All right, I'm hand holding my phone right at the moment. I got a new phone on Friday and it does not have the connection that... Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. He stuck the hook in me. He went flying. Got a piece of his lip on the hook. Get him back in the water. He left a piece of his lip with me. That's the first walleye of the morning. It's Monday morning. Got Paul with me. We've got a couple sunfish, a big perch, big sheepy, and that was our first walleye. We've been jigging blades and bucktails out here in the dredge piles off of 130, right in the channel. So we'll see how it goes here for a few more minutes. We'll be back. I'll see if I can get a little better hookup for the phone so I can mount it again. We'll get it figured out. Stay tuned. Oh, he just threw his back. He had a big perch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We just hit a double here. I don't think he's going to measure. I think he's just short, but I hit spot lock real quick because that's the most action we've had all day. And it's not for lack of fish marks, that's for sure. So I hit spot lock. We're right on top of this crown. We're just fishing our way through these little humps in here. They're old dredge piles is what they are. And it's 25 to 30 feet all the way around. Like we're in 19 right now. It's 17 just over here slightly. And these fish are all over these humps. I'm not going to say that we've figured out the secret to them, but we've caught walleyes, sunfish, perch, and sheep's head today. I've done everything on blades and a jig. I did throw a bucktail for a little while. That's what I got that sheep's head on. Real quick, I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to the garage sale this past weekend. Got rid of a lot of stuff. Got things cleaned out. So I appreciate it. Everybody kind of came out, and it's nice to see some of my stuff get rehomed that still had some value and some use left in it. You'll see some stuff on Facebook Marketplace from me that didn't sell that still has some value or some bigger things. I still got to get some stuff moved out and cleaned up in the garage. Amazing what you can collect over 20 years or a lifetime. Stuff you don't need. Oh, shit. But I appreciate everybody that came out. All right, we'll be back. What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. My consigliere, Paul, and myself are out here this morning. Oh, we had some action.
We did.
Wasn't maybe targeted action on what we were looking for. We only had one walleye. No. Two.
Short
and a keeper.
Yep.
Some big sunfish. You had a
big
pile of big perch. And a sheepy.
Yeah.
We were fishing. Yeah, we were fishing the humps. And then it kind of died. Well, I shouldn't say it died. It never really got going. Like we had marks, good marks on every one of those piles. And I spot locked on two of them at two different times. And we did nothing on spot lock. Everything we caught was drifting. And then we slid over on the south side of the channel in this big flat around 128. That's at 27 to 32 feet deep, give or take. But we didn't do anything over here, shockingly. And we still got a pretty good screen. Probably a good trolling area for people if they wanted, whether they were trolling stick baits or bottom bouncers, because we saw a lot of fish 10 to 15 feet off the bottom in that middle of the water column, suspended. I didn't see much bait actually at all, but the fish are definitely here. They didn't seem to want to bite today, but I mean, some did. Like I say, we just haven't had a knock 'em day dead really all season. Certainly not jigging. With any of our, like I say, I jigged briefly a shiver minnow, then I did throw a bucktail fairly consistently with a plastic trailer, and but most of my bites came on a blade bait. Homie was out this morning. You fished a blade on and off all morning.
Yep.
Most of your success was on that as well, or all of it.
Fish a swim bait.
Yeah.
Fish the
Jigging
daughter.
wrap style
Yep.
bait. Yep. So nice morning.
Beautiful.
Nice morning. You know, it's always nice when you're with your buddy. You get to catch up and regroup from the previous week and look forward to this week. And Mr. Paul's they're in full blown building mode for the new restaurant out it's Fayetteville, right?
Yes, right in the
Right
village
in the
of
village.
Fayetteville. That's right.
I always confuse Fayetteville and Manly as the two of them. I know the differences, but it's in the old Kirby's, right in downtown Fayetteville, and it's the first time we've ever really talked about it. But you're hoping to be open this fall.
November 1st.
Yep.
That's the old pin in the calendar.
In the calendar. It's going to be exciting. I've seen some of the early drawings of the way it's going to look. It's going to be gorgeous. My stomach is anxiously awaiting him to open this place up because it's going to be outstanding.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
I'm blown away. I can't wait.
You know, and like we get to share it. You know, you tell me what's going on, and I've never been a restaurateur, but it gives me that real behind the scenes look at what's involved, and the planning phase started this time last summer.
That's right.
So, I mean, you're already a year into it. They've started construction. You got another, the next 4 months are going to be everything coming together and chaotic and amazing. But, like, for me, like, to share something like this with you guys is the same with me. Is like, we're learning and experiencing it from the inside. You know, we have a friend that's opening a brand new restaurant. And so I get to see what that's all involved because it's always fascinated me. The idea of feeding people and making them happy has always appealed to me. And so being able to see it firsthand, I love. It's so interesting. So interesting. Any business, you watch something start and open from the beginning is fun. But this is even better because it's, and at the end you get to taste how everything's come together. Like that. That's going to be incredible to see, happen.
I can't wait to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
But perfection is going to take time. So
Yeah.
It's got to be perfect. They got one shot to make it perfect. And
Yep. Yeah. How big of a believer are you in first impressions are the best impressions?
I believe it's almost everything. It's got almost everything. And your last impression, too. You have 13 points or 14 points throughout the guest experience to make great impressions.
Sure, and first and last sticks with you the biggest
Absolutely.
of all 14, I'm sure. When you walk in, how you're treated, and when you leave, how cumulatively the experience was, and how you're thanked, I guess.
Just by calling in and checking on a reservation or seeing how long of a wait is, you have a perfect opportunity to make a great first impression.
Yep.
Over the phone, you would not even physical contact with that person.
Well, and if anybody watching has never been, so Paul owns a Pizza Regionale, which is right across, on the same side, right across the street from Dinosaur Barbecue down city in Syracuse, New York. If you've if you've went by the restaurant and never went in it because you weren't sure what, I mean, yes, it's a pizza restaurant, but it's not a regular pizza restaurant, and there's other things, and even your pizzas. You can get a cheese or a pepperoni if that's what you wanted, but that's not necessarily your wheelhouse, and so how do you describe a pizza, and how do you describe without giving everything away,
Sure.
what the new place is going to be like.
So Pizza Regionale is a wood-fired pizza place. If you took the perfect quintessential pizza from Naples, Neapolitan pizza, and then you took the perfect New York slice, and they got together and had a love child.
That's what it is.
That's what a Pizza Regionale is.
Yep. Yep. Tons of great ingredients. You're huge on farm to table, local.
Yeah, exactly. So with really a lot of my ingredients. I mean, a lot of them come imported directly from Italy, but I do really focus on within like a small footprint of where we serve, within 80 or 90 miles.
I was going to say about 100 miles
Yeah.
of a circle, and when you go into the restaurant, you can see the board up on the wall where different things come from.
Sure.
Different ingredients, which I personally am a big fan of. Like, I think that's pretty cool, and you have some great relationships with some really amazing vendors here locally, whether it be for some of your meats that come in, your vegetables, your seasonal produce.
Yeah.
I know come apple season, you'll have that worked into the menu, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's just pretty cool. And
that's one of my favorite parts is about all that I do is that having that connection with the farmer and the producers and the butcher and I just love it. I just love being able to having and knowing where the food comes from, right, that I put on my menu every day.
And those ingredients are coming from entities that aren't just mass producing it for everybody. They really are curated, and you could say artisanal or the farm to table movement, but you go in, you have introduced me to one of your suppliers where you get your pork from. And you go up to his farm in Sandy Creek, Lacona area, and he's got a beautiful farm, and that's where your pork comes from, and you're like, that's really cool. Because now I know exactly.
That's
and
right.
When you have that piece of sausage or whatever you have at the restaurant, you're like, oh boy, that really is good, because that animal has been taken care of better, longer than a big truck farm would have, that you would get it from in the store. I think that's all pretty cool.
And knowing Steve Winkler from Lucky 7 Farms and to see how much he cares for his, for his hogs, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And it shows that it comes through.
And it translates.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So we're a little off topic today, but this is what's happening right now, and life keeps right on moving. Fishing's fishing. Life keeps on moving, and we're just here for the ride some days. But I wanted to share this with you, and as we get closer throughout the fall, we'll definitely talk more about it and in the restaurant and how things are going and opening up. And as we get close to the grand opening, it's exciting to just think about it now. We're only a couple months away, and it's going to be a big deal. Like, so many people from Apisa and from Dinosaur, which are two staples in Syracuse now. Certainly your place is as big a staple as any in Syracuse. The new place is going to be just the same, and it's going to be exciting to see that all come together.
Extremely humbling.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Hard work and dedication that you put in has to translate. It has to come out. You know what I mean? You can't work so hard and genuinely on something, I don't believe, and have it fail. Like, it just doesn't seem like that would be the natural course of things. I don't know. So, all right, we'll talk more. There'll be more fishing every day. As things change, they all stay the same. So don't worry about any of that stuff, and stay tuned every day. And I'm glad you're here.
Keep your tip up.
What he said, keep your tip up.